Good morning. This is part two of the week 5 recap. Um, going to be doing, as you can see, the redraft, updating where we left off last time. But good morning, and here we go. Okay, so as we discussed last time, I'll go over the draft that we had. The original was Tyreek Hill at 101, Amon St. Brown at 102, CMC at 103, CeeDee Lamb at 104, Bijan 105, Justin Jefferson 106, Jamar Chase, Brees Hall, Jameer Gibbs, AJ Brown, and then on the turn, Mark also took Puka. And then Jonathan Taylor at 202, then Derrick Henry, Kyron Williams, Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams, Saquon Barkley, Travis Etienne, Josh Allen, and then Devon Achane. That was the original draft that we did in August. Then we did a redraft. I believe it was after week 2, entering week 3, something like that. And the 101 was Alvin Kamara. And then we went Saquon, Achane, James Cook, Bijan, Brees Hall, Jameer Gibbs, J.K. Dobbins, who was a very last round pick in the original draft back in August. CeeDee Lamb fell a few spots. A.J. Brown right where he went in the original draft to Mark at 110. Mark then followed up with Amon St. Brown instead of Puka. James Conner at 202. Derrick Henry in the same spot, 203 to the same person. Kyron Williams at 204 to the same person. Devin went Derrick Henry. Dylan went Kyron Williams. And then Justin Jefferson, same person, but fell a full round. So Ian still got Justin Jefferson, but a round later. Rashee Rice at 105. Malik Neighbors, Jonathan Taylor. Then the first quarterback goes off the board to the same person. I took a quarterback in the first one, Josh Allen. Second one, I went with Lamar Jackson. Again, this is what we know now, not what we thought we knew going in. Nico Collins at 210. Okay. So as you can see, people moved. Still only one quarterback in the first 2 rounds. It started off running back heavy this time. Last time started off wide receiver more. So it was, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 receivers in the first round in August. This time it was didn't get our first receiver until 109, which originally was the third receiver. Okay, so 2 receivers versus 6. Start off running back heavy versus wide receiver. So let's see what happens. Key injuries to the top 24 players in the original draft versus what we know now. Original draft, we lost Tyreek Hill due to the fact that his quarterback was hurt. CMC hasn't played a snap. He actually went to Germany since we last did this. Found out not only does he have Achilles tendonitis in one leg, he's got it in both. So the information keeps coming on him. But he is supposed to be ramping up and working his way back. A.J. Brown got hurt going into week 2, so we knew that on the original draft. Puka Nacua, knee. So both those guys. The redraft, though, A.J. Brown still hasn't played due to the hamstring. Rashee Rice, LCL out for the year. That was confirmed yesterday. Malik Neighbors, concussion. Jonathan Taylor, ankle. Devon Achane, or Devontae Adams, hamstring, and he's a trade candidate. Don't know if he's going to the Jets. Sounds like that's where he's going. So we'll find that out probably after this week. Who knows? Devon Achane, concussion. Nico Collins, injured. Again, like I mentioned on the part 1, Nico Collins was hurt in week 5. Started off day to day. Then yesterday it was week to week. Today it's IR, and he's out for 4 weeks minimum. So a lot has changed. Okay. So now what we're going to do, this is where I really wanted to, what I wanted to do from the start. As you can see, we have we have Landon at the 101. We have Brian, and then Dylan Shemp. Is this Jason? And then Sean, Ian, Dylan, Devin, Nate, and Mark. So now let's kind of see where we are with points. Okay. Landon, with his first 2 picks at this time, would be scoring 353.65. Brian, 392.10. Dylan, 226. Jason at 256. As you can see, Jason's got red here. So let's drop back a little bit. Landon, with Alvin Kamara and Nico Collins, he would have scored 353.65 points on his team in the first 2 weeks, which was 250 points more than what he actually scored with who he did draft. Myself, 392.10, 142.30 points more than what I actually drafted. Again, this is what we know now versus what we knew in August or thought in August. Dylan, 226.7 points, which is 136.25 more than what he knew going in, what he actually scored with his team. Jason scored 256 with James Cook and Malik Neighbors, which is 20.25 points less than what he actually drafted. So he actually did really well with his draft. So Jason, good job. You were the first person to score less. Everybody else has scored more with taking who you took second-handed. You took Saquon. I stole him from you in the redraft. So there you go. You got James Cook, who hasn't done as much as Saquon. Then we go to Sean at 207.5 with the redraft, which is a plus of 41.25. Ian took Breece Hall and Justin Jefferson, which is 333.90, 100 and what is that? 105.95 more than what he scored originally, or what he actually scored. Jahmyr Gibbs and Kyron Williams for Dylan McDonald, 260.65 points. That is 74.70 points less than what he actually scored. So great job on your original draft. Can't remember who you took, but anyways, you dropped off 74 points, almost 75 points with your redraft. Devin, J.K. Dobbins, and Derrick Henry, 311.45. That's an increase in the positive of 19.85 points more than what you did. Nate, CeeDee Lamb, and James Conner, 245.30. That's 18 points more than what you actually drafted. A.J. Brown and Amon-Ra St. Brown for Mark. That is 132.95, a difference of a positive of 80 points. And that's because AJ and Puka really haven't played much. So it hurt him with his draft. As you can see, you lose your first 2 players, you're going to be hurting in the standings. And that's what that's what's happening now with Mark. So now let's show. Going off of these points right here, with these right here in the redraft in the first 2 weeks, these would be the standings, redraft standings, okay? Division 1, we have Landon at 353.65, second overall. Dylan McDonald, 260.65, fifth overall. Nate, 245.30, seventh overall. Dylan Shemp, 226.70, still in fourth place. Actually, you're in fourth instead of fifth. Fourth place, eighth overall. And then Sean at 207.5, ninth overall. Okay, that was Division 1. Again, Landon, Dylan, McDonald, Nate, Dylan, and Sean. So Landon's still in first place in his division, not first place overall. Dylan and Nate swapped in their division, and Dylan and Sean swapped in their division. Division 2. Brian with 392.1, and I would have been first overall with that start. Again, this is all hypothetical because we know that's just not the case. Ian, 333.90, third overall. Devin, 311.45, fourth overall. Jason, 256.05, sixth overall. And then Mark at 132.95, 10th overall. So again, the standings overall would have been Brian, Landon, Ian, Devin, Dylan, Nate, and then Dylan, Sean, and Mark. Okay, so you can kind of, and then Jason. Sorry, so let's go over it again. Brian, Landon, Ian, Devin, Dylan, Jason, Nate, Dylan, Sean, and Mark. That's what your standings would be if we would have gone off the redrafting. So, it kind of, this is why I don't know if anybody's done a guillotine league, but lowest scoring team in those leagues, I'd like to put one together next year. And maybe we run 2 leagues off of the teams we draft. See how that can work. And then we only, I can enter the draft, but more of a discussion later. But anyways, kind of a fun little exercise. I'm in first place instead of 7th place, so yeah, of course I thought it was fun. Landon probably hates it because he's 2nd place overall when he's 5-0. But anyways, Mark and Sean and Dylan and Nate. I'll update this as we go. Probably not every week, but just periodically, just kind of see how it's playing out. Okay, so I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.